Hello, beautiful people. So, welcome. I hope you're having a beautiful week, start of the week. So, today I'm going to talk about what is love, why we need to have love in our life, and how love heals. So, love yourself more, and you will always, you will heal. Is a cliche that we hear, but I want to kind of convince you why that's so important today in order for you to heal. Through my own experience, I wasn't always loving or accepting of myself by any means. And my body was always listening to the nags and tones and, critical voice that I had in my head that I was always judging myself for. In fact, I was so out of love that I didn't even know what love meant, what it was. And I didn't think that I could truly love. So I had a limiting belief that I couldn't be loved and I couldn't give love or receive love. Even if I did receive love, I didn't see it as love. So it started to really perplex me. And, why all these people, or I was at least I was seeing all these people, outside, normally without their strong emotions, being in normal kind of situations. They were kind and loving to each other, and my crappy emotions were coming up much more strongly. My strong emotions of anger and fear and frustration and disapproval and judgment whereas much more were coming up more often, right? And in fact, there was a part of me that I was secretly jealous of these happy, people, but also I was kind of like loathing them, or like having this feeling of, happy dappy, these happy dappy people, So, there's lots of judgment that was occurring inside of me because I wasn't feeling happy. I wasn't feeling nice. I wasn't feeling like a kind person. This was the perception that I had of myself, obviously, the wrong perception. I was wanted to perform and no, not give my true self out to the world. And this created a lot of judgment and a lot of pressure inside of me. And ultimately was creating a lot of these conditions that I had, these pains, these chronic pains and diseases in my body that I had, like fibromyalgia, as a result, right, of all this pressure, internal pressure, and these conflicts inside. As I've shown in many other videos, how this actually relates to yourself, right? I couldn't see love because I wasn't giving love to myself. I wasn't, what we see in the outside world is a reflection of our internal state, our internal world. So giving is proof of having. And since I wasn't giving love to myself, I wasn't able to see love outside ultimately in the bigger picture. So this propelled me on a path to find out what love really is and what actually emotions are in general, but specifically love. And this was really, it was a beautiful journey, and I invite you all to do it, to start this journey with me, to start to, really uncover and discover what love really is. And I'm just going to give you a quick synopsis of what I discovered and what I found. So first, is it a feeling? Is it an emotion? Is love a state, or is it a consciousness? And what really helped me understand and frame love in something more that, something that I can actually get hold of, is that love is a high level of vibrational energy. Love, LOVE, level of vibrational energy. And it's a state of being. It's a lens, the way that we see things in the lens of consciousness. So it's a consciousness, it's a state that we see the world through. It's like putting on a red lens or a green lens. You see everything with that lens of that, the color in the lens of the glasses, right? And this is from David Hawkins' groundbreaking research and his work in energy and vibrations, that every emotion has a vibration. There's high vibrations such as love, gratitude, acceptance, medium vibration, and then low vibrations such as anger, lower vibration, even more shame, guilt, apathy, and everything, it's basically a lens that we see the life through. So if you're feeling in love, you see more love in the world. And if you're feeling in fear or anger or sadness, then you have, that's the lens that you see the world through. And it's a feedback loop. So as you feel, you see things like that, you feel them more in your body, that every high vibrational emotion that you are feeling literally releases, a cascade of peptides and of hormones and neurotransmitters are released in the body, so that there is literally a correspondent physiological shift in your body. And the same goes for low vibrational emotions that have a corresponding another cascade, or fight, flight, freeze response that's triggered in your body, releasing other cascades of hormones and peptides and neurotransmitters. And so we're giving the effect, the feeling state, or the physiological state in the body, right? So the emotions that we have, the high vibrationals or low vibrational, affect our physiology, literally, like on a day to day, hour by hour, moment to moment state. So love is a high vibration of energy, right? So loving yourself more is always going to give you a higher awareness, consciousness of those things. But also we have to remember that pure light and love is what is white light, and white light contains all the colors of the rainbow, right? So because we don't want to just be happy, this kind of positive toxicity, there is a part to be played on that. You don't want to just look at everything or see everything as just, okay, let's forget about the shit, the crap, or the negative parts, or the parts of us that we don't want that either, right? But we want to realize that actual pure light, or white light, contains all the colors if you look through a prism, right? So this was really a great reframe also for me, that love also contains all the other emotions inside, right? It contains the acceptance of basically all the other emotions inside. So love contains all the colors of the rainbow. And if you put it through the prism of your heart, which is another beautiful reframe, then you can start to basically accept all parts of you. So love for me personally is acceptance of anything that you feel, or any state, thinking, feeling state, and your current suffering situation, not labeling it as wrong. Because I have some clients who are wanting to understand what love is, and they're desperately trying to be more spiritually evolved, and yet they're having struggles with their state of mind and their love for themselves, and making themselves all wrong. The shift to acceptance, that this is all happening for me, that this these chronic states of pain and suffering and disease in your body is a catalyst to catapult your life into a new dimension of connection, fulfillment, and love, more self-love and more love, that you can see the world with the lens of love, the vibration of love. Then that isn't that worth having, right? Is not worth having all of these experiences so that we can actually learn to get to that state, right? Your body knows best. It really does. It's not chronic pain is not the enemy. It's actually your blessing. It's an opportunity to balance, harmonize, and heal, holistically heal your body, your mind, and your spirit. And there is an inside-out revolution that's coming, that's here, which is that we can create our own reality by raising our vibrations. And yes, this is not just toxic positivity or toxic, being just positive for, obviously there is a dance between knowing, having this feeling your parts of all your parts of you, accepting all those parts, and then raising your vibration to a higher to a higher level of vibration, right? So that you have literally, you know, the consequences of being in a negative state or a low vibrational state has repercussions on your physical body. And so you just get out of it faster. It's just, you know, faster, or you get out of that state, accepting that state, right? It's there lies the shift, right? Acceptance of the state that you're in, no more resistance, right? It's not creating resistance, the resistance to our natural state, which is pure light and love, right? But first we need to sit with the mud. We need to sit in the mud. We need to sit in all those emotions and accept them, that this is the way we are. This is the way that we, you know, are, that it's our internal guidance system to showing us where we need to go, and that we're thinking something that's probably not right or incorrectly. So the emotion is coming out to tell us that we're not aligned with our pure state of perfection, our being, which is, you know, we are human beings having a, you know, we're an infinite spirit having a human experience. We're not our bodies. We are pure love and light. And this dance of acceptance of the true self to the and the kind of all the emotions or the suffering that may be coming up through with your current situation, right, can be is a dance, right? It can be our greatest teacher, as I've been saying before. So holistically healing really needs to incorporate all of those aspects, and to you know, to bring a sense of acceptance to the situation before we can do any part of, you know, transforming or, you know, building habits that heal. So the first is acceptance. The first step is the acceptance of all these, the beautiful rainbow colors of emotions that we have in our lives, and love being a combination of, you know, in containing all of those, right? So then we can obviously move our intention to a higher and move our vibration to a higher vibration by intent, by doing, you know, such things like heart maths, you know, heart brain coherence. I've done videos on that, so there's lots of ways you can actually do it. Just breathing in rhythm with a heartfelt emotion of like love, in gratitude, acceptance, and sitting with that with the intention of holistically healing for your highest good and the good of for everybody, right? For 5 minutes is a beautiful way of shifting your physiology to a rest, digest, and rejuvenate response, which will create a faster healing. So yes, there are, you know, the dance is there, right? So in order to holistically heal, we need to have change. And one of the ways that we can start to change is literally the change to move into acceptance of yourself, acceptance of others, non-judgmental, being in this acceptance. This is happening all for me. Then you start to change your thinking, your perception of the situation changes first, then your thinking and feeling state, then your attitude towards everything, and your actions obviously change. And this is holistic healing obtained. The body wants change, so it's signaling to you that there is something not working out, so you need to get the change and to implement it. And this is one of the most important, in fact, probably the most important, self-acceptance, self-love. Ultimately, acceptance is unconditional love. And so now we can have a basic shift in mentality and perception to overcome any problem now and also for the future. So your body shows you and will tell you when you're not unconditionally loving yourself, and probably has been shouting and screaming at you for years if you've had chronic pain like I did. And so it was literally my greatest gift to me to remember and to realize that every time I have any niggling or strong, you know, like stop any pain or anything, discomfort in my body, I remind myself, I remember to self-love, accept, and it actually disappears, it goes away. So this is a great trick that you can use on any problem. And with my camera heating up, it started to go wabi-sabi again. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll leave you and love you and see you next time. Bye for now.